The story of when the poor little baby died?
Oh, yeah, see, Mom got dust pneumonia.
What year was that? Do you remember?
Oh, gosh, maybe 1936.
Okay.
Maybe. Anyway, um, Mom got the dust pneumonia, and so she was, okay, their bedroom was upstairs, and then we had a kitchen, it was a school, we had a kitchen, dining room, living room, and a bedroom downstairs square. Now, each room had a door to a back porch and a front porch, but anyway, she was in bed there, and the neighbor lady coming over, and we knew she was sick, but we didn't know how sick, Carol and I, because I was only 5 and Carol was 7. So before, and then the neighbor lady took us to her house. She was a widow woman and a grown daughter. And so that one night, she was going to take us to her house to sleep over, and Bob. And the last thing I remember, we went in to see Mom in the bedroom just to say goodbye. We thought this was just going to be a fun visit. But that years ago, they said pneumonia would have a crisis of 9 days.
Oh.
9th day, you'd either live or die. They didn't have any antibiotics. But they had a big kind of a box thing over Mom from the waist up. And I remember thinking, oh my God, that looks so strange. Well, what that was, they put oxygen in then so she could breathe. And then she had the baby, but it died. It only lived 2 hours.
Oh, and then what did the neighbor lady do to bury the little poor William?
No, then, then the neighbor lady came over, and we had a wooden box, which Mom had for a rag box. I still got a box. And had a lid on it. Well, then they lined that real pretty with some white satin and put a pretty dress on them. And then before they took them to the cemetery, Dad and the neighbor men, see, we did cemetery diggers. They dig their own graves.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but before they took little William John there, and Olive had dressed him in a white dress and everything, and I can still, he had real nice black hair. And then Archbishop had given Carol and I each a little, real tiny little rosaries. But mine was pink, and Carol's was a burly red. So they laid that over his little folded hands. And then Dad put the box on the kitchen table and got Carol and Bob and I around to show us the baby before they went to bury him. And he explained that the baby died and went to heaven, see.
Oh, my goodness.
So then the men took him then to town and dug the grave.
Huh.
So.
Wow, isn't that some kind of a memory? Goodness gracious, it's amazing Grandma made it.
And then Grandma, yeah, the doctor, you can get someone else if you want. I can't do anything more. But anyway, then Grandma, when Kay and Dorothy came down after she passed the crisis, because I think Dad would have been in Iowa and moved back there with his kids, you know. But then we made our first communion that Christmas Day.
Oh, isn't that something? I didn't know that.
It was right around Christmas. But we did get that little wooden baby bed that I have and a doll for Christmas. And then later Mom said, yeah, they went to Amarillo in the fall. That's the bigger city where they do the shopping.
Yeah.
And she bought those little wooden baby beds, one for Carol and one for me, and the dolls, and Bob got a big dump truck. And I always thought his dump truck was so neat because that little battery and the little headlights would go on.
Oh, my gosh.
But
that's
anyway,
pretty cool, Mom.
But Carol never played a whole lot with dolls. I like